Good morning. I'd like to call the Executive Committee to order and welcome those that are joining us via the internet this morning. At this point, I would ask for a declaration of any pecuniary interest. Hearing none, we've got an action item this morning, so I'm going to turn it over to our 150th guru.
Good morning, everyone. Warden Tulin, council, staff, media, and guests. Today is a significant day for the Bruce 150 Committee. We've been working towards this day for a year now, and in August, the committee issued an RFP for an art installation with a $10,000 budget. So our objectives, as you can see in the committee report, were to provide a legacy for our 150-year history, to provide an opportunity for artists to submit the proposal for an enduring piece of original artwork to commemorate our 150th anniversary, to enliven a Bruce County public space through an original piece of art, to support the proud connection of all the towns, municipalities, and First Nation communities that comprise Bruce County, and to reflect Bruce County's new branding. So I would like to thank Rachel Hepburn for all of her work on this project as chair of our legacy initiatives on the 150th Committee, and Lynn Souliere and the Bruce Peninsula Society of Artists for reviewing the proposals and cutting it down to 3. So today we have 3 artists presenting to council, and after the presentation we will choose the successful artist for this project. Without further ado, I will introduce the first artist to present this morning. Don Dubois is a potter from Wyerton, and he has come today to join us.
Thank you very much. I brought show and tell just so that you people understand what I'm proposing here. What my concept is for this project is to make some of these, which are, it's a technique I've developed over the years, and you can, up there, you can, on the screen, you can probably see better, but if you just want to pass this around and have a look at what they are. They are hand-painted. I've developed this technique where I paint directly on the pot, but it's stoneware. And it's not paint, it's a palette that I put together over the years, trying to achieve this kind of look. My idea for this, here's another one. And this is the basic shapes that I throw. And what makes them interesting as far as this project goes is that I would propose to do the painting part representing the 3 various aspects that I thought you people were interested in that the geology, the history, and just the grandness of this area that we're so blessed to be in. The other interesting thing about these, as far as I'm concerned, is this brown glaze is clay out of Bois. I discovered that about 10 years ago. It was one of those happy accidents. And I use it exclusively for my painted pots. And I call them glaze paintings because that's basically what they are. I make the pot, I put a coating of porcelain slit, which is white clay, on which is the background on which I paint. And then I use, these are all, up close you can see some of the detail that I can get in this. I do the painting when the pot's green, that's not been fired yet. Then I bisque fire them. And then I put a clear glaze over the painted part, and then I brush on the Bois Bay clay glaze what they are right now. My concept is, I've done some watercolor, which is not my forte, really. But just to give you an idea, this is my idea, is to make these plots about 30 inches high, maybe 35 inches high. My only constraint is the size of my kiln, which is 30 inches high. And then I propose to make, I would make velvet something, so that would give them another 10 inches. So they would be this big, and they're this big around. They're very substantial, robust-looking pieces. And then I propose to do 3 different sizes: the tallest one, a rounder one, and a rounder one still. And then I propose to get some quarry stone cut and have them, the stone cut so that they could be mounted on the stone, so that they're approximately the same height, all 3 of them. One of the things I tell people, excuse me, is if when I'm trying to sell one of these things is if you get tired of looking at it, you give it a quarter turn. You got something new to look at. And I would, I have an idea of where I can include that. Let's try it. In this concept, right? So like somebody comes in every morning, makes the coffee, turns on the lights, and gives them a quarter turn. It would change, you know, like might be sort of more of a dynamic thing. There was something mentioned about being outside. They can be outside. The only way they get wrecked is if water gets inside and freezes. That's what ruins them. I propose to put lids on, so that wouldn't be a problem. But what they would be subject to is any kind of vandalism. They are ceramic, and they don't respond well to a brick or a rock or something like that. I would think that they would need to be in some kind of secured area, or inside would be my preference. I don't know what you want, where you want to put these things. Is there any questions?
Any questions for Don? Thank you very much. You're very creative, sir.
Thank you.
Next on the agenda, we have Lisa Hambleton from Southampton.
Lisa, could I get you to press that little button there, and then we can hear you a little bit clearer? Good.
Is that
Thank
better?
You. That's a lot
Is
better.
it? Okay. So we love Bruce County. This area is just absolutely the most beautiful, I think, in any of the places I've been. I've been welding for 45 years, and my studio is at my home in Southampton. So when my ideas started to evolve about this, I would like to create a metal base of the actual Bruce County, probably about 4 to 5 feet long, creating the water, the landscape, emphasizing, I mean, some of that is just details. Some of the other pre-pictures that you had up are some of the details, and they're not part of this sculpture, but what I have done. So my idea is to create all the beautiful landscape, the trees, the waterways, that would be the emphasis with lots and lots of detail. And then within that sculpture, I would like to create 150 little items of discovering the Bruce. you know, I,
Like the skis.
what's that?
Sorry, like the skis.
Like the skis, and to be able to have it so that children and adults can, you know, find 10 things that are winter, or what displays best the, you know, there's 9 things hiding. And I would like to create 150 things that would display the wonderful parts of Bruce County within most of the landscape. You know, the Chichiman, the lighthouses, I'm nervous. This is so funny. I'd like to go from the south to the north and not creating actual towns or anything like that, but from the south to the north, going from industrial, the hydro, what man has made and created, then moving towards the north where tourism and camping and hiking and everything. So it's really an inclusive sculpture, First Nations, powwows, within the 150, and I'd like to work collaboratively with someone of what those 150 things would be within that sculpture. That would be, I mean, I have my ideas and I have 150. So I heard Don saying about being outside. Metal, I do have it sealed after it's created. I work with, sorry, I'm all over the place. Copper, steel, brass. I bring in a lot of color through that. I don't do any painting on the metal. It's all done with the metal and grinding and copper. You can get amazing, beautiful colors. And then it's sealed with a varathane. So it's protected. And it's strong and it's not breakable, but it's not a good thing to have outside, just as steel rusts and that it would be light enough to be transported easily. It would, yeah. I'm not sure what else I had down. Are there any questions? Yes.
Well, thank you for your presentation, Rob.
Is this just like a square sheet of metal with your other items kind of like highlighted off of that sheet?
No, what it would be is created the Bruce County cut out with metal, and underneath that would be a base of water. So there'd be a lot of texture with the metal cut out as Bruce County. So the shape of Bruce County.
So like this would be on a stand of some sort?
Well, it would be flat and could sit on a table. I wanted to make it transportable enough to place in different places. It would be about 4 feet long, or 4 to 5 feet long as Bruce County, and then built up with trees and landscapes and the caves and the water on the edges. And within that, the sculpture being Bruce County shape would be all these hidden details, which some of my other sculptures you can't really, it doesn't portray quite clearly, but it wouldn't just be square, no, it'd be sculpted so it's Bruce County with trees and landscape and...
Yeah, what I was trying to find out.
Sorry.
Is this a freestanding item, like that could stand there in the middle of the room when we look at it, or does it have to lay on a table type thing?
It would lay flat and be sculpted up. So it wouldn't hang on a wall. No, it's freestanding, and yes.
Any other questions for Lisa? Hearing none, thank you very much, Lisa, for your presentation.
And I'd like to call forward Virginia Gale Smith from Owen Sound, who has an interactive art piece as part of her presentation.
So you can just move to the one with the picture.
Yep.
Please. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you for inviting me here today. I'm Virginia Smith, and I'm a sculpture installation artist. And I think Lisa and I could easily work together. Since my early days at art college, I've been coming to Bruce, camping, hiking the trail, swimming and kayaking, visiting the towns and museums. And I wanted to capture some of that in the design called Honoring the Land and Its People. Firstly, it's the map shape, just like Lisa's. And we're so familiar with that, and it's connected with the idea and feeling of exploring the land formations, sand, rock, and farmland, and individual communities and people. It's important to see everyone as the explorer. I've included the new branding tagline along the left-hand side of the sculpture saying Bruce 150, celebrating the explorers in Bruce County. It's also important to honor traditional Indigenous stories. I've included about 10 small cast icons, which will be situated throughout the land sculpture. The turtle, as we are part of Turtle Island, the birch bark canoe, moccasins as historical forms of transportation, as well as some farming tools, a small tractor, hay bales connecting us to agriculture, several lighthouses to capture the coastal areas, and the Chichimon at the top to connect the northern islands to the peninsula in the sculptural form. I've actually brought a small cast tree I can pass around, and also cast a few small icons of some explorers. The land area of Grey County will be covered with limestone, so it's quite a larger piece on the right, and that will help. So on the limestone, it'll be local quarried stone with etched footprints, which will suggest the physicality of actually exploring, and it's the material that's underfoot. This will also help create a weighted structure, and it also cradles Bruce County. So the stone is on the right and the left and on the base, and Bruce County is cradled in the center visually. There's also an idea of having some locations that of towns, about 20 towns might be focal points where photographs can be laminated and put into the structure. The main structure is aluminum, and I thought of that because it doesn't need any treatment, and it's helpful with the longevity, so it can be put outdoors. It's weatherproof, basically. And that's also where I do my own castings for the little icons, and they're also out of aluminum. And on the left of the picture up there, so those are some of the items that will be cast, and then the main structure is the aluminum structure of the map with an explorer and the stone as the base. Does anyone have any questions?
Thank you very much for your presentation. Any questions from the committee? Sure. This is a question for Dawn.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm backtracking. Dawn, with your 3 vessels, you said they were going to all be the same height? Because
No,
I'm
well, I'm going to make them at different heights.
but you were going to put them on different.
Put them on I know a guy at the core.
Yeah.
You know, get some interesting core stone cut out. Excuse me, she fits that out. So in a sense, they will take up about this much space, right? Maybe 6. It depends on how far to get. My initial thought is to put them all together so that they make a visual statement that it's going to hold some interest, and then once people decide or discover that there's actual landscape paintings representing the Bruce, and, you know, the history of
I was just, because your hand drawing here where it shows the 3 at a different height.
Well,
Look, I like that look.
That was then. Oh, if you like that look.
Well, it would just show off all the 3 of them. Yeah, no, but
They won't be exactly the same. I just wanted the bases to be robust enough
Yep.
that they're not, and I have I want to drill a rod in and slide the pots over top.
Yeah.
So the pots can be turned.
Oh, that's good.
Not jiggled, not moved. I would also glue the lids on with contact cement, because if it was necessary at some further time, you could, with a little bit of, doesn't matter, it can be moved, so that, but it would just mean that they would be not prone to abuse by touching. They can be touched.
Right. No, I just wanted to know about the height, because it does feature the 3 of them. If they are a different height, you can see more of them than if they're all level. But I can certainly see you wanting to put them on quarry stone. That's a great idea. Thank you.
Any other comments or questions? Well, I would like to thank all 3 for making your presentations this morning, and I must admit you're very creative. I would never in a million years be able to do any of the things that you do. So thank you very much, and we appreciate everybody for being involved in this process. So next steps, we have ballots going around for the committee, and the committee will, do we have our municipal lawyer in here to count ballots?
We have our clerk.
We have our clerk, okay, all right. We vote for right now. Right now, Kelly, yes.
Did you say yes? No.
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
With my new green pen?
With your new green pen. Okay, so we do have a winner. Don Dubois is the winner. So there is a recommendation here that Don Dubois be recommended as a successful bidder on the Bruce 150 RFP for an art installation. So that is our winner. So all those in favor? Oh, sorry. Sorry, I need a mover and seconder. Moved by Milt, seconded by Janice. Are there any further discussions on that recommendation of Don Dubois? Hearing none, all those in favor, opposed if any, that is carried. Thank you. Motion to adjourn. Robert, seconded by David. All those in favor?